Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to our spiritual morning. Let's close our eyes. Center, balance, align ourselves with our breath. And begin the morning with a gratitude, a lotus of gratitude. And count our blessings for 10 things that have happened between yesterday and today. Let's take 100 seconds for this and come around. We are so grateful that we lead such blessed lives. So much happens every day. When we start looking at our lives, we realize how blessed we are. Living in a nice home, sheltered, protected, having the gadgets, having the time to evolve spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, working on ourselves to becoming better versions of ourselves day by day, moment to moment. Let's do some grounding. Put your feet on the floor below. Let Mother Earth touch them. If you wish, you can just bow to her in gratitude for allowing us to walk all over her. You can imagine the golden healing light coming in from your crown chakra, from Father Universe. It's being blessed and coming into crown chakra, traveling through your Agnya chakra, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root, into your legs, and to Mother Earth. You also visualize Mother Earth giving you beautiful healing light. And that coming in from your feet, your ankles, to your calves, knees, thighs, hips, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and your wonderful Sestra chakra, crown chakra, and leaving your body and going into the universe. You're now in the middle, grounded. Very important for all of us to realize the lessons for humility. Dropping layers of our ego self consciously on the daily level. This ego makes us feel superior or inferior. And we have been given lives to feel whole and complete. And yet, we think if this would have happened, only then I would have been a bit happier. If that would have happened, only then I would have been a bit more happier. But in reality, if we can elevate ourselves to the feeling of being happy, then whatever it is we attract, may we all drop the layers of complaining, because that pulls down our energy. May we realize that life is so beautiful. That all of us are blessed beyond boundaries. So why should there be a need for any kind of complex, superior or inferior? Why should there be this feeling of I would be happier if this comes in my life or that comes? We have been given this golden mantra of gratitude being the biggest multiplier. Then why not keep doing that? There's so much which is going on in our bodies in coherence with Mother Nature. Yes, there could be things which are pulling our energy down. But by now we know that all we have to do is ask for help from our masters, angel, guardians, spirit guides, gurus, teachers, ancestors, loved ones in this realm or the other, in this dimension or the other, in this universe or the other, and they all come back to help us. So if we can't, because of our ego, feel the need to express our desire of wanting some help from living beings, sentient beings, then why not ask others? It's known. When we ask, we're given. So maybe again center, balance, align ourselves and come in reality with our real truth of our real self, of being just nothing but unconditional love and light. Maybe tune into the frequency of receiving by giving. Small little acts of love and kindness elevate our receiving spirit. We do something out of love for our staff, give them a cup of tea, speak to them warmly about the family, or out there, go somewhere and share a smile. Just do something genuinely. And they elevate us in a wonderful bandwidth of receiving. Today, I want us to think for at least 2 minutes that how all have raised our frequency and how all can we raise our frequency. And that's for today, and at least this week, because we all must build our muscle of receiving by giving. When we think of these beautiful things, of how life has given us so many opportunities to become better, then we truly understand the meaning of life. We've just taken a few minutes of silence to think of how else can we increase our frequency. And I'm sure all of us had answers and realization that only if we do this little thing or this little act of kindness, we will feel good and we will do something good for somebody. And this is a season for lighting up the dark. So why can't we light up the dark for ourselves and others? And welcome this world of wonder. And let's bless the world by spreading our hands and wishing them newer heights, new avenues into seeing the light. And ask all the divine beings to help each one of us become conduits of being love and light, of sharing love and light, of brightening up this world right here, right now, and whenever possible. by nudging us, prodding us, guarding us, protecting us, and guiding us from different moment to moment and making us realize that yes, we can. Keep blessing. The more we bless, the more consciousness rises, the more ascension happens. And now, you can turn your hands inwards and bless your heart and affirm, I trust the process of life to take me only to my highest good. I am at peace. The world is safe and friendly. I am safe. I am at peace with life. I know life has my back. I know I have been given the potential to brighten up the world. My mind is gentle and harmonious, and I'm finally beginning to love and approve of myself. I'm living to be free to be me. I am open and receptive to all the goodness and abundance in my universe. My body is naturally healing itself daily and reaches its optimal health very easily because now I've elevated my feelings to more of love, to more of light. And so it is. And now you can rub your hands together and bless your entire body and gently open your beautiful eyes while I share this wonderful book that we've been reading, Miracles and Me. Miracles Happen, sorry. And today on Miracles Happen, we are on chapter number 5, which is about healing physical symptoms and illnesses. How wonderful is that, right? Having past life experiences often allows people to discard more than their fears. Physical symptoms or disease can appear as well. Such events points again towards the validation of the concept of past lives because imagination and fantasy do not cure chronic illnesses. Physical healings can be dramatic and rapid, permitting the patients to throw open the jail doors of disabilities and leave behind the constricting conditions that have been robbing their lives of joy. They're healthy again, mobile again, free again. And a healthier body allows more energy, more time, more opportunity to accomplish the tasks that we were sent here to do. The body and the mind are interconnected. Please understand, all of us living beings, sentient beings, we have been sent by the universe with the wisdom of our masters, angels, spirit guides combined to lead a life of purpose, of value, of not only raising our own consciousness but others as well. And while we help others, we're helping ourselves. While Dr. Brian Weiss says that body and mind are interconnected, what heals one often heals the other. Stress can bring about physical desire, physical disease, as well as emotional illness. Remembering the past life trauma or event that has resulted in a current life physical symptom is often enough to cure. A deeper spiritual awareness inevitably accompanies the physical healing. If a wound to a past life body has resulted in a similar symptom in the present life body, the connecting consciousness or soul must be the bridge between the two. And we are that connecting consciousness, reaching across the years to manifest once again in physical form. Such a beautiful thing to have written, right? The more deeper we understand spirituality, the more aware we become about it. And the more we decide that, I have to heal, and I have a consciousness that stores in some memory or some trauma of the past. And may I tap into that? Your very intention and your conversation with your masters will help you find that link. And if you find that link, then just ask the masters to heal you of anything that you're carrying. And you will be knowing on your own what to do next. Oftentimes we feel we are dependent on other people to help us in some other thing, but the truth is we're not dependent. If only we trust the process and are guided by the internal guidance. The soul itself is never harmed because its nature is spiritual and eternal. But the pain and disability of physical illness can cause great suffering and can hamper the soul's progress during the incarnation. Past life regression therapy can help people get rid of pain, breathe normally, again, regain impaired or lost physical function and energy, and heal their hearts and their organs. Now, I request everybody to kind of expand their hands for just like about a couple of seconds or however long they can hold and ask the divine healing light. And you know it by now, without my guided voice, let it wash through your body. And any particular thing which you think you have, any illness, any disease, ask for that to be healed. And now feel that time that your master's angels are working on that part. You may feel some sensation in that part which is being healed. Now, don't think that that's your imagination. Trust the process. Please take at least 3 to 4 minutes of this morning and heal yourself, your physical symptom and illness, with that divine healing light. And do this on your own, not with my voice. And please come back to me if you wish. You can unmute yourself after the process. Let's begin to live this book, not just read this book. So I request you, beginning now, it's 6:22, until 6:25, please at least heal yourself, at least make the effort. Did you try it? If yes, how was it? Of course, 3 minutes is too short, but this was to give you an idea that healing can happen in our own body with mere intention and asking for others to help. If anybody wants to share something or ask something, you can. Yes, I got a message.
Good morning, Prajali.
Ji,
This is Jyoti.
yes, Jyoti.
Prajali, I have challenges in my left arms from
Right.
shoulder. So
Yeah.
today I was saying to my archangels, please help me and make me feel that I'm feeling relaxed. I'm still having this little pain in my left arms. So for right now, I'm feeling a little relieved. Very
Oh.
much little, but yes.
So, there's just one thing, Jyoti. Whenever we sit into this
Mm-hmm.
healing meditations, we should actually give our body half an hour. Imagine in 1/10 of that time, in just mere 3 minutes, you can find a shift. Now, imagine if half an hour you give to your archangels to heal you
Yes,
and bless you, how would you feel after that? I've
I
had
really need
miraculous
this. Yeah.
recoveries. So we
Mm-hmm.
don't even
Mm-hmm.
have to go into PLR. The very
Mm-hmm.
intention that if I'm carrying something, I know it's from past
Mm-hmm.
life. And now I want to detach
Mm-hmm.
from that energy because it no longer suits and serves my this life. The mere
Mm-hmm.
sentence is so powerful. The universe says, okay, she doesn't need it anymore. Let's free her of it. So you don't need a memory recall because our body has a recall and our intentions are there, and that's more than enough. So thank you, Jyoti, for sharing. Really powerful.
Thank you. Actually, one question. I have
Yeah.
been suffering from this. I've been challenged with my left arm, but somehow it is recurring. Once it heals, again it comes back. And I'm constantly say, I love you, I like you. I give positive feelings to that arm so that I heal naturally. I don't have to go for any physiotherapies and all. I'm still trying, and I'm confident it will subside gradually one day.
No, it will, but if it's too much, then why did you do a PLR? And tell your regressions, this is what I want to understand that where is this coming from in my past life? If you believe it's from past
Okay.
life, because it 99.99% is from past
Mm-hmm.
life. If in this physical life this would have been manifested because of some reason, it's because it's there, you're carrying on some trauma. So immediately you'll find a
Okay.
relief.
Okay. So should I go for a PLR in Kolkata or online?
Whatever, whatever suits you. Speak to the regressionists,
Okay.
call them up, ask them. And you'll understand yourself. If they're the types who'll say, एक session में नहीं जाएगा, आपको 2-3 करने पड़ेंगे, मतलब they're money minded.
Okay. Okay.
So, and somebody will say, yeah, come, we'll try, and I'm sure it'll work. Then
Mm-hmm.
it's, of course, you should give it a try. Otherwise,
Okay.
online is also great. There are people
Okay.
who do sessions. Online is also really great. It doesn't matter because all these
Mm-hmm.
things are about belief. When I do my sessions, most of them are online. Even if the person lives in Delhi, I don't go to the clinic. I just do it in my own bed.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
you recommend, give me name of number of, you had given Vasudha ji's name. Can you
Huh.
just post it again in the chat group?
I will post her number and Mukta Rastogi. So connect with them and tell them
Okay.
this is what
Okay.
has happened. And I like to schedule a session. It's festive time. I'm not sure how much it'll work, but
Mm-hmm.
try for sure.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. All right. Now we're going to be reading our next story of healing, which is called the Badge of Honor. The very first aggression that I ever conducted proved to be quite meaningful. It took place at Omega in the summer of 2006. The client was an attractive woman in her early 30s with long blonde hair and blue eyes. She had sought me out saying that she would appreciate it if I practiced performing aggression on her. After issuing a caveat of no promises, I agreed to do it that afternoon. She lay down on some pillows, and the regression took place on the floor in the big meeting room. Many others were in the room practicing, performing, and receiving regressions. It was, to say the least, very loud in there. The woman was single but had a long standing relationship with her boyfriend. She had read Many Lives, Many Masters, although she did not know what to expect as far as the regression was concerned. I didn't know what to expect either. Her life in New York City seemed to going pretty well. She didn't have one physical complaint, a back pain that she had had most of her life. An accurate diagnosis of the cause of the pain had never been made. I wrote that down, making a mental note that it might be significant for the regression. Though I had not met or studied with Brian or Carol previously, I did have an essential grasp of how they conducted regressions. I had read all of Brian's books to that time, and I listened to a number of his regression series. I still needed to read from the script from which I was provided in the class in order to stay on track, direct, and respond appropriately. Yet I was not nervous. Perhaps this was because I had been a psychotherapist for a long time by then. I guess you could say I took regression like a duck to water. It came quite naturally to me, and I enjoyed the process. As I started to deepen the client for the first time, I began to see signs that she was very deep already. All of the muscles in her face were relaxed, and the muscles in her body seemed to be as well. Soon she had a beautiful remembrance of a birthday that she had as a young girl. She remembered her party, her friends who had come, and all of the gifts that she received. She couldn't get over how young and attractive her parents were. I let her linger there, drink it all in, as it were, and then began to take her back in time to another life and an important memory that was waiting for her. Her eyes began to dart from side to side, rapidly breathing their lids. I knew that was a sign that she was beginning to see things. She found herself in a wooded area, a deep forest. Looking down, she saw that she was wearing moccasins and carrying a bow. A quiver of arrow hung on her back, and she wore a deerskin breechcloth. She was a handsome young Native American male, and he was hunting. She began to mix expressions of how beautiful the woods were with statements of concern about being there. She was nervous, but it wasn't safe. I asked why, and she replied that there were two tribes fighting for the rights to the hunting ground, and that braves from both tribes had been killed in those woods because of the ongoing battle. She spotted a deer and was about to draw her arrow when she suddenly felt another arrow strike her hard in the back. She fell to the ground. An Indian brave from the other tribe had shot her. Petrified with fear and excruciating pain, she was on the ground, anticipating his approach. Her level of distress and had perceived pain was palpable and so great that I performed my first ever float above technique. It worked. As she began to float above and observe the scene, she became significantly calmer, and she began to describe what was happening below. The Indian who had shot her now approaching with the tomahawk to kill her. Though she was now feeling no pain and reflecting a sense of detachment from what she was seeing, her breathing was still somewhat shallow and rapid, and her face began to show tremendous fear as he came closer. He's going to finish me off with the tomahawk, she cried. To her amazement, as the other man lifted in to strike her, he changed his mind and slipped the weapon in his sheath. He bent down, lifted her up, and threw her over his shoulder. He's taking me back to his village, maybe to torture me or kill me there. Perhaps he wants to mock me or make some kind of example of me and hold me hostage, she said. The attacker carried the wounded brave into the village, described as a circle of about 20 teepees with a large common area in the middle. He brought her to the tribe's medicine man. As a villager, he began to carefully remove the arrow and apply some kind of herb poultice on the wound. The chief of the tribe approached. He was not pleased. Why have you brought this brave to our village? He would have been left dead in the village as an example to the others who would steal our hunting ground. The young brave replied that these same Indians had long been at peace with their tribe, and they should not be killing their brothers over hunting ground. He said he would not kill them and that they should kill them no more. The chief was furious, and he asked the medicine man to finish off the wounded brave. I don't kill my brothers, I heal them, the medicine man answered, and he began to wrap and cover the wound. This brave is right. We should not kill our brothers and make peace. I moved the client forward to the next important event. It's been a few days and I'm well enough to walk. Several braves are walking with me in the village on the bank of the river, she said. The party was well received as the wounded brave explained what had happened and why they were there together to make peace between the tribes. The chief of the brave was visibly moved and thankful for the safe return of this brave. Yes, this is good. For far too long, too many people, too many of our braves have died for this hunting ground. In the past, we have shared this ground. We will share it again. We will smoke the peace pipe and make war no more with our brothers. The treaty was agreed upon. The killing stopped, and the land was shared. The wounded brave made a complete recovery and lived a long life, during which he was somewhat revered as an instrument of peace that he had become. His passing was a calm one, surrounded by his family and friends. I asked the woman to identify the lessons of the lifetime. She seemed to be crying with tears of joy. We had long lived as brothers in this place, helping each other and sharing our lives in many ways. Killing our brothers was wrong. The way of love is the only way. I was an instrument of peace in that life. What a beautiful lesson I live to tell. I believe that I have been wearing my wounded back like a badge of honor in this life. Somewhere deep inside, I remembered this life and this honor, and I became confused. How were you confused? The place where my back hurts in this life is the same place where I was stuck with that arrow so long ago. I became proud of that wound and would not let it go. I wore it like a badge of courage and honor as it brought life and peace to both tribes. She said big tears were rolling down her cheeks. I asked if she had learned the lesson, if we could do, if she could be proud of what she had helped the tribes achieve, but now set down the pain, as it no longer served her in this life. Yes, she said, she was really ready now. Go ahead and then find a place to set it down and walk away from it. You don't need it anymore, I directed her. It was something to be very proud of, but it has served its purpose. Let it go. Lay the badge down. Still crying, she described how she had laid the badge down on a stump in the forest near where she was shot and walked away. I then brought the client out of her trance state, gave her some time to readjust to the room, and asked her to tell me how she felt. She sighed heavily and said she had felt lighter, relieved, and very calm. Then, with a curious tone of awe, she added, my back doesn't hurt anymore. Not at all. It feels like I really did lay that badge of honor. I don't hurt anymore. I was equally amazed. Yet you didn't need it anymore. You realized where it came from and you let it go. Wonderful, wonderful. I would regress 7 others from first week at Omega, but none were more significant or memorable than this first, says Michael Brown. Again, you saw whatever in our body is not explained medically that why is this pain happening. It could be Jyoti's arm pain or anything. And you're trying, and the pain doesn't seem to go. First thing, ask your pain, what lesson am I not remembering you? What are you here to remind me for? And if you hear no answer, then you expand your hands to the universe and say, I have forgotten something now I know, and that's the reason this pain is coming back to me again and again. Masters, angels, spirit guides, archangels, whoever you believe in, please help me remember that lesson as I'm ready to let this pain go off and to work on the lesson that you're going to remind me. Oftentimes, we as humans forget the lessons, and then this is a way for us to remember the forgotten, remember to act upon it. That's the reason these pains come up. And now you may say that, oh, but this pain came up because I had an injury. Yes, but the injury is just like an act in this life, but the pain which you're carrying is from a previous life because you haven't healed. But if that pain goes away with your physiotherapy, the normal stuff, and you've just hurt yourself, and 10 days the pain goes, okay, then fine. Very, very important for us to understand ourselves. Michael is a talented and empathetic therapist. He did an excellent job with his first regression. I always stress the importance of life review because it sets a perspective for the entire lifetime as well as identifies connection in the current life. In this case, the physical healing of the client's chronic back pain was immediate when a casual connection to the arrow wound was discovered. This pattern of healing pain, psychosomatics, disorders, and the other physical symptoms and illnesses is a classical one and is often encountered when doing past life regression. The lesson of choosing peace and compassion over war and violence is both common and important. We are here to learn about love, kindness, cooperation. We must renounce hatred and prejudice and overcome our fears. I would not be surprised if, in a subsequent past life memory or dream, Michael's client were to recognize a warrior who chose to spare her life in that ancient time as someone in her current life. The karmic bond between them is considerable. Such bonds help us to establish soulmate connections. Indigenous cultures have often possessed great intuitive wisdom. They understand about balance and harmony, about moderation and simplicity, about caring for nature and the planet. They hunted for food and shelter, but they knew better than to eliminate species and to ruin living environments. They used only what they needed and did not accumulate obsessively or excessively. When we look at these cultures through the lens of past life therapy, a kind of regression archaeology, these noble traits or values consistently emerge. It will benefit us to remember our roots. In indigenous societies, shamans and other healers use natural substances to treat their people. As organized religions gain control, such healing practices become very dangerous for these practitioners. A thousand-year inquisition transpired. Valerie's story, which follows, depicts this long and dark nightmare. Inquisition illness. So now we're going to be reading yet another story for Valerie and how it worked. A call from the soul generally comes in one of two ways. For some, it is a knowing that grows into a deep conviction and leads to action. For others, it feels more like a whack on the head or being shaken until your teeth rattle, which serves to wake you up. This is what happened for me when I first read Many Lives, Many Masters. Fully engrossed in the wonderful stories, I came to the end of the book and flipped to the final page where Brian's address jumped out at me. In that instance, I had a moment of deja vu. But not only did I clearly see myself in America training with him, but also experienced a deep knowing that I had found my soul's purpose in regression work. I suddenly felt sure that this was what I was here to do. It was no small feat to pack up, leave a family, and venture off to the other side of the world on my own, but soul calls cannot be ignored. I can still remember the amazement of some of the other participants at this professional training in Rhinebeck, New York. You've come from Australia? They cried in disbelief. Although there were over 100 professionals there from all parts of the world, I had traveled the farthest. During this training, I was to experience a most powerful healing that took me completely by surprise. Brian was conducting stage regressions with selected audience numbers. How I longed to be one of them, but with so many of us eager to be volunteering, he was able to do a limited number of demonstrations before encouraging us to be practicing in small groups. Visualize over 100 people in a hall filled to capacity with small group progressions going on everywhere, and you can imagine this noise level. I was feeling disappointed at not having a personal regression with Brian. And when it was my turn to be regressed, I clearly remember thinking as I lay down on the third floor, yeah, like this is really going to work with all this racket going on. I was acutely aware of all the background noise as one of the women in my group led me through my induction process. My mind was wandering to a different part of the hall, hearing snatches of a conversation here and then suddenly I felt my body jerking off my head, turning to glance over my right side. I was to find out later that I had not moved my body at all at that point. In some amazement, I found myself looking down at the wooden wheel of a cart as it was jolting along a cobbled street. At the same time that my subconscious mind was registering this, I was clearly aware of my conscious mind thinking, that's why it's jolting, because it's carved out of one solid piece of wood. They couldn't get it perfectly around in those days. It was most bizarre to be experiencing something no one on a one level and understanding it on another. And yet, in that moment, it just felt like the natural thing in the world. Shortly after, I became aware of an uncomfortable feeling of restriction in my legs, as if they were bound or tried in some way. Afterwards, the women in my group told me that I was rubbing my two legs up and down against each other, as though I were trying to free them. Although I was unaware of this at the time, it later made perfect sense. Apparently, it was Inquisition, and I was being taken on a wooden cart to be burned at the stake as a witch, simply for practicing my healing art. Strangely enough, I wasn't scared, just angry. How dare they punish me and my family and many others like me for trying to help people who needed healing? I was frustrated by their stupidity rather than the act of violence itself, and I was aware that this feeling was directed especially at the men. I have a vague recollection of flames and lots of jeering faces. 10 years later, the details are as clear, but the experience relief is as vivid now as it was then. The whole experience seemed to last a few minutes. I found out that it had taken almost an hour. The restriction in my legs was indeed because they were bound with rope, which was even more amazing to me because what I had done was suffered very badly with psoriasis for the last 20 years, particularly on my legs at the exact place where I had felt the ropes rubbing. In fact, I was so embarrassed about it because I always wore long pants rather than skirts or dresses. A wonderful woman who was woman who was also there as a participant, my facilitator, wait a minute, a wonderful woman who was also there as a participant told me that she felt intuitively that my anger with men was linked to the rash on my legs. Thankfully, someone had the presence of mind to suggest taking a photograph of my legs for future reference. I am thrilled to be able to enclose a recent photo taken some 10 years later, which show my legs after the regression, and it continued until they cleared about 6 months later. Interestingly enough, I still experience a slight reoccurrence whenever I get stressed, which serves as a timely reminder to let go of any negative emotions surrounding my experience. I'm now a regression therapist working from Perth, Western Australia, and seeing many similar experiences of my own clients. Brian's belief that our experiences are held within our cellular memories make perfect sense when I reflect upon the emotional and physical healing that I and many of my clients experience during regression. Once the memory is released and make conscious of the healing work to automatically follow in most cases. I've had a case of spontaneous healing from long-term pain in the breast. Despite the fact that the woman I was regressing doubted that the experience was real, she later wrote to me to tell me that on this day her symptom has never returned, says Valerie Coventry. Now, to all the skeptics out here, We can all let go of any of the drama our bodies are holding by simply having the intention. And if it's very profound, and if we think we can't alter our reality and go into the past on our own, then take a professional help. But I'm a firm believer that all of us have come together here because we are spiritual beings who are coming to in the light of awareness and coming towards ascension. And we are in a way elevated. Then if you just ask our ancestors, our mentors, our, whoever they are in whichever world they are, for their help in our healing, we shall be shown the truth and we will be relieved of the pain. So I genuinely believe that. But again, I say, whoever wishes for whichever kind of help, go for it. This is a wonderful account of the power of past life therapy. Valerie's summary is so simply and clearly stated. Once the memory is released and made conscious, the healing seems to automatically follow in the most cases. Psoriasis can be a very difficult condition to heal, but Valerie was able to accomplish such a feat just by remembering. In her case, she did not need medication, light therapy, or any other treatment. When using PLR therapy to treat illnesses or symptoms more severe than psoriasis, conventional treatments can be continued while the client is experiencing the regression. This is a sense of complementary medicine, the use of simultaneously therapeutic modalities. It does not matter which technique is the most effective one, as long as a cure is achieved. Valerie's regression demonstrates other features of a classical and real past life experience in addition to the remaining remission of symptoms. Her sense of time distortion, an hour seemed like a few minutes, is a sign of reaching a deep level of relaxation and or emotional healing can be obtained. Ambient noise did not interfere, for her subconscious mind recognized the opportunity for healing and disregarded distraction. You do not need a sensory deprivation chamber to reach the deep altered state. Also, her conscious mind was observing and commenting at the same time that she was experiencing the past life scene. She understood about the wooden wheel, yet she stayed in the highly focused state. Valerie's case is a good one to read and contemplate to genuinely reveals the nuances and essence of past life regression therapy. And now, before we read this one, let's just conclude the day by going into some meditation. And here again, I'm going to be trying and guiding all of you for 10 minutes at least for your self healing. So, herein, I would request, if possible, become very comfortably seated. Some of you, those who have access to a bed, please lie down. And those who don't have access, you can rerun this bit later whenever you have time. I want you to get aware of your breath. Gently take your breath in and out. Keep breathing in. Keep breathing out. I am going to help each one of you by helping your bodies relax completely. You can now imagine a beautiful, dense white cloud, fluffy, soft to the touch, just like cotton is, relaxing. And it's taking the shape of your body, relaxing every little inch of it. No matter how heavy your energies are, you're being protected, guarded. And this beautiful cloud is helping you get so deep and comfortable. Understand yourself. Now you're in a beautiful place, surrounded by such magical cloud. And this is helping you go deeper and deeper in your wonderful world of healing. You're now preparing to get healed. So begin by focusing on your breath, going deeper within. And with each breath that you take, allow yourself to go as deep as possible. If you wish, you can enhance the experience of breathing by taking a deeper breath in and doing your stomach breathing, the yogic breathing. Deeper and deeper and deeper with each breath. All your muscles are now getting relaxed. It's like at the end of the day, your body is tired and you just want to sleep. Similarly, this beautiful cloud bed is making you so relaxed. Starting from your head, let's relax your facial muscles, especially your jaw. If your teeth are clenched, unclench them because this is where a lot of tension is stored. Just let your teeth be comfortable, not like clenching hard. They could be touching each other. Relax. Relax all the muscles in your neck. This area stores a lot of anxiety, a lot of tension. If you are the sort who has headache or neck pain, it's because you're holding a lot of tension. Let's relax these muscles completely. Now relax the muscles of your shoulders. Let them feel light, completely light, loose, relaxed. Drop all the tightness which is there and the stiffness in your muscles. You don't have to carry all the weight of the world and the burden of them. Just relax and let go. Relax the muscles in your arms and your back, your upper back and your lower back. Completely relax. Relax the muscles of your stomach so that your beautiful body is breathing naturally and easily. Relax breathing. Could be deep, but even. Relax the muscles of your legs. Completely relaxing your whole body now. Unwinding. Going deeper and deeper. Feel yourself going so much deeper. Now it's time for you to visualize a beautiful bright light coming in through the crown chakra, to the top of your head, and beginning to gently spread down your body from above to below. entering your brain, your nervous system. You're glowing beautifully in this light. The color of the light is the color that you like, whichever soothing to you. It's a powerful, healing, relaxing light. Connected with the light above and around you. And it flows down beneath the deep bones and muscles of your face, into your jaw, the back of your head. As you go deeper and deeper, it flows into your neck, relaxing all those muscles and nerves in your throat. It smooths the lining of your throat, and you go even deeper. The light flows into your shoulders and down your arms, healing and relaxing every muscle, every nerve, every fiber, every cell of your body. Reaching to your hands and your fingers as you go deeper and deeper. It flows from your shoulders down your back, healing and relaxing those large muscles and nerves and the spinal cord in this region. It flows into your chest, filling your lungs, growing beautifully in this light, healing and filling your heart, healing your heart, feeling the beautiful energy which is stored in your heart, and your heart gently pumping the light throughout every blood vessel of your body so that it reaches everywhere and you feel so peaceful, so relaxed, so serene, so calm. Focus on my voice. Letting other noises or distractions only deepen your level even more as they fade away. And the light flowing into your stomach and abdomen, filling up all the abdomen organs and healing them, relaxing the nerves, the muscles of your stomach and abdomen. And the light flowing past your hips, down both legs. This beautiful, healing, deepening, relaxing light is entering every cell, every fiber of your body so beautifully, so calmly, getting rid of all the illnesses and restoring every tissue, every cell, every organ to the normal, healthy state. This light reaches your toes, filling your entire body. You feel so peaceful, so relaxed, so deeply, deeply calm. Let yourself go lighter. Now imagine the light completely surrounding the outside of your body, as if you are in a sphere of light, a halo of light, a bubble of light. And this is your protection layer. No harm can come through this light, only goodness, only positive, loving energy. And this light heals your skin and outer muscles and deepens at every level even more. In a few moments from now, I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1. With each number, let yourself go even more deeper. So deep that by the time I reach 1, you're in a deep state of deep peace, tranquility, and relaxation. So deep that your mind is no longer limited by the usual barriers of space or of time. So deep that you can remember everything, every experience that you've ever had, no matter what. So deep that you can experience all levels of your multi-dimensional self. 10, 9, 8, going deeper and deeper with each number backwards. 7, 6, 5, deeper and deeper and deeper. 4, 3, so deep, so peaceful, so relaxed, so calm. 2, you're nearly there. 1, good. In this beautiful state of peace and relaxation, imagine yourself, visualize yourself walking down a beautiful staircase, down, down, deeper and deeper. Keep walking down. Each level down is increasing your depth of your levels. As you reach the bottom of the stairs, in front of you is a beautiful, magnificent, magical garden. A garden of peace, of love, of safety, of serenity, of tranquility, of light. Go into this garden, walk in it. It's a garden filled with beautiful flowers, plants, trees, grass, fountains, beautiful benches, and places to rest. Find a place that you like and rest, and let your body completely unwind. Continuing to heal, filled with this beautiful light, your body will refresh, relax, recuperate, rejuvenate. Later on, after you're awake, you'll feel wonderful, filled with this beautiful light, filled with it. Even though you're wide awake and alert and full control of your body and your mind, you'll still feel wonderful, so relaxed, so peaceful. Even right here, the conscious brain is aware of the room that you're in. But your subconscious is in the deepest, deepest levels of your mind, which are opening up. Let us go back in time. Let us go back in any life that you choose to live. As you stay in this deeply relaxed, calm, and peaceful state of mind, let your deepest mind pick out a past life memory. It's up to you to choose a troublesome memory or a pleasant memory. It doesn't matter. You are free to choose. Remember, at any given point of time, if you're uncomfortable, you can always come back in this garden resting or come back in your life wherever you are. Was very, very easy. Or you can just simply float away from that scene, watching it from a distance as an observer. You can be it, feel it, see it vividly with colors and details, whatever past life. You can feel the emotions and feelings. You have the permission. It's up to you. Spend a few moments here, being in awe of whatever you're seeing. Whether it's vivid or you're seeing or you're feeling or all your senses and use, just be here. See it. Be in it. Whatever you're seeing is not imagination, or even if it is, it's a fantasy or any actual memory. It's coming from your mind. It's very important. It is for you. It could be a mixture of all that I said, or it could be an experience. This is your experience. Let yourself experience this. Allow yourself. Stay in this deep state and relax and re-experience these memories. There is no limit for you to experience. See what you can remember, anything. If you want to go deeper or in the future of this memory, allow yourself to float from one to another. You don't have to be stuck into this. Now see where your physical block is coming from. This pain that you're feeling in this life, where is it coming from? Ask your ancestors and angels to help you navigate you in that life so that you can go there, see it, witness it, and release it. Whatever is happening for your healing. Imagine that you are in the back of a beautiful garden, and in front of you there's a beautiful large oval mirror. It's nothing but light. And as you look into the mirror, you see reflections of many, many, many mirrors. And in each of these mirrors, you are in a different time, a different place, a different space, a different dimension, a different lifetime. If you wish, you can go back and remember this now. As I count from 5 to 1, feel yourself being drawn and pulled to one of these mirrors, one of these reflections. As you look back, you can see yourself in many, many different places and times in different dresses. You may even look different. You will be drawn, perhaps, or pulled to one of these mirrors to one of these times. Perhaps one that can help you explain or understand a problem, a symptom, a talent, a relationship, a habit, special knowledge, whatever it is. Feel yourself pulled down to one of these, and as I count backwards from 5 to 1, go into this mirror again. If you feel at all uncomfortable, just float above and watch it as if you're watching a movie. But if you wish, you can be within experiencing vividly. As I count backwards, go into these mirrors, into the reflection that pulls you to help you understand and remove any blocks, any obstacles to your happiness now. 5, 4, 3. Go in the mirror, whichever is drawing you. 2, nearly through. 1, be there. If you have a body, look down at your feet and see what you're wearing on the feet. It could be whatever. Look at your body, look at your skin, your clothes. See your hands, the size, the color. Look around. What do you see? Are they buildings? Are there people? Which time zone are you in? Where are you? This is your place for finding the answers to your problem. You can go in the future or in the back. What happened to you? Are there any traumas? Any death scene? If it's uncomfortable for you, you'd float out of it. If you're drawn towards it, you can see it, you can travel, you can witness it. Pay attention to whatever you're going through. You'll be able to remember everything because you've given your mind the permission. Whenever you're ready, it's time for us to leave and return to the garden where our body is resting and refreshing and healing. I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And when I say 10, you can open your eyes. You'll be awake, alert, in best control of your body and your mind, feeling wonderful, refreshed, relaxed, healed, with vibrant energy, feeling great. 1, 2, 3. You're more and more awake, feeling wonderful. 4, 5, 6. More and more awake, feeling great. 7, 8. And you're awake. 9 and 10. Take cognizance of your body. Open your eyes. Take a few minutes if you require. Unmute yourselves and share if there's anything. I'm happy to schedule a one-to-one session if required to help you heal from any traumas if the other regressions aren't available. It's all about the intention. Pratima ji, Jyoti, Madhuri, are you back? Yes, thank you, Pratima ji. Did any healing happen? Did you see anything, ladies? Thank you, Jyoti. You're also back. Madhuri, are you back? And the question is, did you go somewhere? Back is, of course, there, but did you go somewhere? If anybody wants to speak about this right now, it's great. If you want to call, do that. Whatever works for you. I'm right here. Madhuri, are you back? All right. Take your time. Whenever you're ready, if there's any question, please call me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love. Yeah, don't talk. That's fine. Whenever you're up to it, then you talk. No problem, Jyoti. Thank you so much.